What's cracking, everyone? It's Franticas coming at you live. Decided to jump on. It's 11:13 over here. Gonna see if we can get some people logged in. Get some people up in here. There's a first for me. Want to see some things. Okay, we got. Hey, what's up, Miss Yaya? What's going on, Miss Yaya? How's it going? Buenas noches to you. It's hot out here, man. It's hot. That's why I'm live, because it's hot. I can't sleep right now. It's fucking hot out here. It's 76 Fahrenheit. 76 Fahrenheit. But I mean, it's cool out here. I'm in my yard, but man, it's been hot. It's been hot all day. ¿Qué pasó, baby? ¿Qué pasó, mi amor? Got my dog right here. Hey, what's up, baby girl Wendy? How's it going? Let me go ahead and put your guys' up here. Got Ms. Yaya in here. Nice to see you. Got baby girl Wendy up in here. How's it going? Hey, nice to see you, baby girl. Haven't seen you in a while. Ms. Yaya. Hey, shout out to the ladies of Exposed Tube. Shout out to the ladies of Exposed Tube. Yeah, you know, we got some nice, beautiful people in the house. You know, yours truly. Man. No, I just, I haven't done this live thing in a while. Hey, what's up, Park? What's up? Hope you're feeling good, Park. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Man, it's been a busy week, huh? What is it? It's 61 over here. Man, I would trade that right now. Seriously, I would want that to be the case. Yeah. Yeah, baby girl. What's up? What's up, people? What's up, man? I don't know if I'm gonna be on too long, but this is the first time I jump on at this hour. You know, I'm just testing shit out. I don't, I, you know, I'm not tripping. I've been kind of prolific in my content drop today. I've been putting out a lot of stuff. I'm putting out little shorts, putting out some videos. Hope you guys are watching it. Hope you guys enjoy it. My goal is to try to get to 500 subscribers. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna be very blunt. That's my goal. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I want to see what it looks like to start monetizing off of this YouTube thing. That's really the goal. My goal right now is to see if I can monetize, and I'm close. I'm very close. As a matter of fact, let me check. Let me check this. Hey, what's up, Johnny? What's up? How's it going, man? Saludos to you. Let me see. Let me just look real quick. So, right now, according to this, I'm at 485. But see, I don't trust that number because it goes up and down. So I'm gonna say 480. So I need about 20 more subscribers. Hey, what's up, Popeye? Nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. I see all the night owls are out here. Hey, I used to work graveyard shift in the call center, and that was my team name was the Night Owls, and I used to play that song all the time. Here comes the night owl, walking through the front. ¿Qué pasó, baby? Un gato, estás viendo un gato. My dog's out here. She's keeping me company. Yeah, so yeah, we're all the night owls are out here tonight. Hey, what's up, Bill Manard? You just start another channel doing. You know what? I might, bro. I might. That's something I might do because you already saw, man. I'm a movie buff, man. I'm a movie buff. I love movies. Hey, what's up, Fear of the Dark? I don't have no fear of the dark. You see where I'm at, brother? I'm out here in the dark, my friend. Nice to see you, man. Hey, Peaceful Sasquatch, what's up, man? Yeah, man, sometimes you gotta go live for the people that can't jump on a live earlier in the day, you know what I mean? So you gotta do this every now and then, gotta switch it up. Thank God that I'm able to do so. I'm in my backyard. I was telling Miss Yaya that it's pretty hot right now. It's like 76. It does feel a little cooler out here because there's a slight breeze, a slight cool breeze, but it's still hot as fuck. Yeah, I might do some movie reactions. That's not a bad idea, to be honest. It's something that I'm thinking about doing. Hey, what's up? Yeah, hey, shout out to the chat. Hey, thank you guys for being here, for accompanying me. I'll be going horizontal soon. Good evening. All right, brother. Do what you gotta do. You got do what you gotta do, Mr. Hangman. Primo Notion. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Hey. We're here. We're here. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. As a matter of fact, I'm checking the battery. I got 58. So, however long I can go, I'm gonna go. I am a little tired. I am a little sleepy, but not sleepy enough to go to sleep. And then the heat is keeping me awake. So I said, you know what? I'm going to test this out. I'm going to see who's out there. I'm going to see who the night owls are out there. I remember that around this time, I used to be doing my thing out there. You know what I mean? So just being out here, being out alive isn't such a big deal. It's actually pretty peaceful. Yeah, hit the like button, man. Look, so I'm gonna reiterate what I said. So my goal right now, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, because I want to see what it looks like to have 500 subscribers and to see what monetization looks like. After that, we'll whatever piles on. I don't see any birds closed around here, so there's no way for you to justify like that. It does. You are actually outside. Hey, what's up, Mikey from Salinas? I am outside, bro, but I'm in a whole different country, bro. So it's a whole different thing. But yeah, man, I'm out here, bro. I go out. Well, you guys have seen me. I haven't like recorded myself on a walk lately. Like, I haven't done it. Today I took my dog out for a walk, so I did do that. Like I did my little workout. I took my dog for a walk. I took a shower, caught the live with ET, and then I've been kind of dilly dallying around the house. I've been jumping from one live to another. I was over there watching Ricky and his wife for a little while. We're trying to help them out, trying to get them up on their feet. They already got more subscribers than me, so I'm glad for them, man. I'm trying to get to that 500. That's my goal. Just so you guys know, my goal right now is to reach 500. Right now, according to this, I have 485. That kind of fluctuates. So 20 more people, I'll be good. Hey, what's up, Mimi? What's up, man? Hey, shout out to you in blue. I see you doing the Lord's work over there, trying to help, you know, Kimberly and Ricky. We got to help them out. We got to help them out because, I think that they need it. You know, Gunner isn't going to be the one to make amends. So sometimes we got to do the work, right? We got to do the work that other people won't. And I think that that's what differentiates us, from all of the people just talking papas. Right? That's what differentiates us, that we really do want to help people. We really do want to get them on their feet as much as we can, you know? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, hey, I've got a nice little group here. I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of happy that you guys are out here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. I just know that I wanted to jump on, test out the waters at night, see how it goes. And I knew that there were going to be some night owls because I'm a night owl. No, we sometimes stay late at night with the collective. So tonight was a good night to test it out. No collective, not interfering with the regularly programmed stations. So, I want to take advantage and jump on as well. Hey, what's up, Roxanne? Nice to see you. Good evening. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Shout out to you and your oldies channel. I really dig the oldies. Really dig them. Thank you so much. 3 a.m. is bedtime. Okay, what time is it? What time is it there, ill mannered? Let me know, man. Cause right here it's 11:22. Okay, it's 11:22. I'm at work. All right, cool, man. Hey, thanks for catching me, bro. Thanks for catching me, man. Mimi, yeah. We're in here. We're in here. Yeah, Miss Yaya's here too. Hey, Runner's Pub, what's up, man? Hey, you know what, Runner? I'm starting to think you and I are the same person because we're never in the same room at the same time, bro. No, that makes me think that maybe we are the same person. At least that's what Ratas thinks. All right, yeah, Runner's Plug, or should I say Runner's Plug? Or maybe you're Frank Dicas. I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know. YouTube headquarters, they really seek for receipts on what they mass report. They can't do it without this account because I have no videos on this account. However, they're really trying to, yeah, they're trying to do a lot of things behind the scenes. Like they're trying to get at us in so many different ways. But hey, man, it is what it is. I'm going to tell you guys right now, one of the things that I'm happy about is that I don't have like that suspect history that a lot of these guys have. They want to point out like who associates with us, right? Like they want to blame us for like the associations that other people have. And we already know that these guys associate with some of the weirdest characters that have been on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like they've been like really on lives with like with chomo thinking individuals, and they want to rub that off on us. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I've been on the straight and narrow path for the past almost 27, well, free, right? Out of prison, 26 years, a little over 26 years. But I was already on the narrow path before I even got out. I became Christian. I accepted the Lord while I was locked up. That didn't stop me from representing and doing what I had to do. You know what I mean? But I've been on the straight and narrow path. I've been on YouTube doing this since I announced my return 4 months now. 4 months is not going to be enough for them to try to tarnish my image, no matter how hard they try. Saludos, El Gato. Nice to see you. It's 10:22. All right, so you still got like 5 hours, bro. Well, five, three. For three, yeah, you got 5 hours. I've always heard it's humid out there, like Miami. Yeah, it is. It is. As a matter, but you know what it is right now? It's really hot, and it hasn't rained, so it's humid. It's hot. It's just weird right now. Hey, what's up, Mr. Ognard? I'm on lunch. What's up? Hey, chilling, bro. I'm chilling. The other day on Saturday, I think it last Saturday that I jumped on a live. I moved a table and I got stung by a spider, man. I think I still got. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got marked here. Like I still have like the mark here from that spider bite, man. I thought I was gonna turn into Spider Man, start shooting webs and shit. You know what I mean? But nah, it didn't happen. I just got bitten. Just a normal bite. It wasn't like some radioactive spider. None of that. None of that. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Oxnard in the house. So does that mean we're the same person too? Yeah, we probably are, Roxanne. Although I don't have. I mean, I'm in touch with my feminine side as far as my emotions are concerned, but I'm not a feminine dude. You know what I mean? I'm a pretty fucking rough around the edges kind of guy. I try though. I try to be soft as much as I can. I just sent Mrs. Ill to. All right, cool, man. Hey, thanks, bro. Hey, I'm just trying to get to that 500. I want to see what monetization looks like. That's all I just want to see it. I want to see how it looks. What time is it over here? It's 11:26, bro. It's 11:26. Your videos get straight to their ego and they hate it. Yeah, you know what it is, bro? I try to add humor to it, but at the same time, I try to be direct with my message. Like even now, like we're here on this live, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Like I try to be nice. I try to keep it respectful, but I'm always gonna speak straight up. That's how I've always been. One of the things that because I did a lot of work with the church. I don't believe in lying to people, and that's why I walked away from the church because I'm too straightforward. I think sometimes, but I try to be straightforward in a way that that I'm doing it out of love. I'm doing it out of compassion. But it's up to you to understand, man, that if you're doing good, I'm gonna let you know. But if you're fucking up, I'm gonna let you know because I've been down that road, right? And I think, man, I wish I would have had more people around me that cared about me that would have told me, you know what, you're fucking up right here, Frank, right? But that would have said it in a loving tone. And I think that that's what we were missing sometimes in the world is having that empathy, is being able to demonstrate like, hey man, I care about you, but you're fucking up. Like straight up. You know what I mean? You gotta be real. You gotta be real with people. That's right. That's right. You work late. Oh yeah, Mr. Oxnard. I think he does. I think he does. I'm the real Frank Ticas, I guess. Hey, you know what? It's not make believe Monday, but we can be whatever we want, man. You know what I mean? As long as as we're cool, as long as it makes us feel good, as long as we're helping other people, as long as we're sharing that message of unity, of camaraderie, of love, spreading the love, being blessed and blessing others. I think we're on the right path, man. Some people don't get it. People think that we're fake. You can't fake being the way we are for as long as we've been doing it. It can't be faked. Runners Pug, 6 p.m., 4:30 a.m. That's right. Power to all workers. Yeah, power to all the workers, man. There's strength in unity. And I think that, not just with workers, but just with people such as us that are trying to make a difference on these here YouTube streets. Unity is a factor. Unity is the common denominator. Being able to see the need and being able to supply whatever it's required to fulfill that need. I think that that's what we're doing. I was just over there with Ricky and his wife, with Kim, and we're trying to give them support. We're trying to give them as much help as we can. Like, we understood, there was a little bit of a time in which they kind of try to take us out of their chats, try to block us because they were trying to, get together with fucking Skittles. But Skittles is a bitch. We all know that. Skittles is a fucking bitch. He doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't care, about he doesn't see. What got to me, and I don't know if you guys have seen the video that I put out today, is that he doesn't think twice about dragging his aunt's name through the mud, and she passed away from cancer. So rest in peace to Ricky's mom. But this guy, this fucking idiot, man, has the audacity to continue to use her name, like, to, even though she had already passed away, and just made her out to be like the most ghetto crazy person. And I don't understand that shit. Like, I've got family that I don't get along, and I would never do that to them because they're still family, they're still blood. You know what I mean? They still have my last name. We're still related. Like, how am I going to drag people through the mud and make up shit about them? I don't care how many views you're trying to get. I don't care how much you're trying to monetize on your channel. For you to talk shit about your family that way, that's some fucking piece of shit type actions. I'm never going to be down with that. And that's why we're going to continuously call these motherfuckers out, because fuck that shit. No, fuck cancer. Fuck all of that. But anytime that you're gonna drag, I mean, the lady's has passed away for, I think, 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. And some of these videos where he's talking shit like about his aunt are like a year old, 2 years old. I mean, if you can't respect your family, how are you gonna respect your viewers? This motherfucker laughs in the face of his subscribers every single fucking day, man. Fuck that shit. See you and Kim and Ricky. Yeah, yeah. Hey, all we can do is that, Mimi, is try to give them support, try to give them as much advice as we can. But at the end of the day, it's their channel. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. All we can do is offer support. I know that there was a little bit of a clash when they were like blocking us and shit. But I understood it. Like, I understood it. Like, at the end of the day, you want to get along with your family because that's your blood, that's your family, right? But then, unfortunately, Skittles doesn't see it that way. He's just a fucking scammer. He doesn't give a fuck about anything. That Juan, 486 subs. All right. Hey, thank you, bro. So far, so good, man. Look, 487. Hey, we're going up, man. I'm trying to get to 500, guys, just so you know. It might not happen today. It might not happen in a week. But when it happens, I'm going to let you guys know. And, we're going to see where it goes from there. Just so you guys understand, like, I'm not going to invest any money into none of this shit until fucking YouTube starts paying me. And I'm talking YouTube, like, and I've been very, very clear about support from subscribers. Like, I'm never going to ask anybody for money, because that's why I work. I mean, I work because I'm a responsible man. I've got children, I got bills to pay. As you can see, I live in a house. I don't pay rent Thank God this is my house. But I've got bills to pay. I got to pay the internet. I got to pay the water bill. I got to put food on the table. I'm trying to help my daughter go through college. I try to help my son as much as he can, but he works. I've got a wife, so I'm not gonna stop working. Now, if YouTube starts paying me fucking 5,000 a month, that's a whole different story. Because 5,000 a month down here is pretty good money. Hey, what's up, Triple OTX? Hey, shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. Nice to see you in here. That would be a good video, Frank. Who is a real Frank? There's so many different versions of me that I can tell you guys about. I mean, I'm almost 50. So in these past 49 years, I've lived through a lot, and I've gone through so many changes. But I thank God every day that I'm alive, that I've been able to go through all of that and, come out on top. Thank God to Him. Let's see. What's this say? Are you sleepless because what? I don't know, blockchain. I'm sleepless because it's hot out here, bro. It's fucking hot, man. And I've been working all day. And I don't know if you guys have ever been like so tired that you can't go to sleep. That's kind of how I feel today. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to work. I'll have the weekend off. I watch soccer, so I think Saturday is El Clásico, which is Barcelona. That's my team against Real Madrid, which is like they're fucking up. So I hope we get a good victory there. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Just spending time with my family, watching the game, just chilling, man. I'm a grown man. Like I don't think about partying. I don't think about you know. I mean, I like to dress and I like to look nice when I do dress up. I mean, right now I'm at home, right? But I'm not tripping on having like caps and all of that shit, man. Fuck Skittles. I just had to throw that in there. That's right, Oxnard. I used to work. All right, cool, cool. I see you guys are having your little side conversations, and that's cool, man. That's what this is all about. It's early here. Oh, yeah, it is early. It's late over here, man. It's much nicer than Miami. The beaches are very close, man. I mean, El Salvador is only about as big as like New Jersey, bro. It's not a big country, but we've got a lot of lakes, we've got rivers, we've got volcanoes, so you can go up into the mountains and get that climate air. You can go to the beach. I mean, the beach is only like 30 minutes away from here. I mean, if you drive fast, and I don't drive too fast. Look at this. Look, hey, you guys read this. I want you guys to read this. Look, check this out. Check this out. Look at this. Losing sleep over Sky. Look, man, you're the one bringing her up, bro. So you obviously are like infatuated with that woman. I have nothing to say about her. I have nothing to say about her or what she's doing or what she does. I particularly couldn't care less. I stick and I'm cool with people that are faithful. I'm cool with people that are loyal. I'm cool with people that are honest. I'm cool with hardworking people. I'm cool with mothers and fathers that really go out there and righteously work for their family. And I don't knock what people do to make money, I don't knock it. But my wife is right here and she's awake, as a matter of fact. And the times that I had those conversations with Mrs. Skyla, she knows damn well that those conversations were on speaker and my wife heard. Man, come on, bro. I'm a grown ass man. You think I'm a kid? Like, I don't, skirts don't do shit to me, man. Like, skirts do not move me. I'm a man, bro. Like, I seriously am a fucking man, you know? Runner's Pug, 4 years working. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Mr. Oxnard putting it down for, yeah, hey, Mr. Oxnard knows what's up, man. And I think Blue knows what's up. And all of you men that are part of the movement, you know what's up. We put it down for our families. No, we're not out here trying to be fucking cool and trying to be kids and trying to act as though we're fucking teenagers, man. That I lived through that. I'm glad I survived that. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I have a family. I'm good. I'm blessed. And I thank God every day for that. I'm at work till 6 a.m. All right, that's cool. So you're like an hour ahead, bro, but that's good. That's good. Yep, that's what Mr. Oxnard. I used to like it there. Yeah, I used to love graveyard shifts, man. I used to love it because it was cool like that. Let me see. You need to switch out that white tank top. I purposely don't put on a black tank top because of that, bro. But I got a few, but I purposely don't use them because of that. Straight up. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Fear of the dog. Yeah, fear of the dog. You're doing too much, my friend. Neo Ramirez, thank you. Hell yeah, I need that gas money. Hey, I've never heard I hear Skittles talk all the time about being a baller, but fuck, he sure complains about gas money, doesn't he? Damn, like every fucking day he complains about fucking gas money. I mean, it is what it is. I know it's high, but man, come on, you gotta let it go. You'll get it, Frank. The new videos, the way you're doing them, are also clean. Huh? Keep it funky. Hey, I think I'm gonna tell you guys like this. I try to be better at what I do every single day, whether it's work, whether it's relationships with people, whether it's having conversations, jumping on lives, even how I treat my little dog right here. Like I try to do it better all the time. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I have my off days. I have my bad days. We're human. Sometimes we wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Sometimes we step on a Lego and that fucks up our whole day. You know what I mean? But as far as I can do it, as far as I can be better, I try and I try to apply it as much as I can. I work with like, damn, that's a lot of people, my friend. That's right. That's right. Have you listened to my message on Discord and share your thought? No, I haven't, bro. I'll check it out later, bro. I'll check it out later. But I haven't heard it, bro. I haven't heard it. Fear of the dark. That's right. Rest in peace to Ricky's mom. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Ricky's mom, bro. And I think I haven't said this word in years. I think it's fucking gacho. I think it's fucking gacho that fucking Skittles is the way he is. Imagine Skittles being your family member. Imagine Skittles being a part of your family and he's doing all of this shit that he's doing. You think they're gonna welcome him with open arms after seeing how he fucking treats his people, man? Fuck that. I've not kept up with Ricky Kim thing. What are they still needing help with? I see them going. Yeah, but I think they need structure. They need structure in their content, in their lives. They need more structure. They need to learn how to use StreamYard. What we're just trying to get them to where they're comfortable, and doing it righteously, like doing it to the best of their possibilities. We're helping them in that sense, like telling them, like giving them advice on what to do. And I've offered my services as far as editing is concerned, because I think I've gotten pretty good at editing. I'm not the best, I'm not Martin Scorsese yet, but I think I get down with some of my editing skills. So far so good. Ahí vamos, you know what I mean? Oh damn, I worked in a produce company in Norwalk, long hours, but the night shift we were like 60 people in three. Man, I love the night shift. I love graveyard shift, bro. I used to love that because I had good people around me. It's good when you have good people around you, hardworking people that don't fall asleep in graveyard. You're good. Like that can keep the conversation going. That you know what I mean. That can keep the energy up. If you have a team like that, man, there's no stopping it, bro. There's no stopping what you do. That's called integrity, Frank. Not everyone has it. I didn't always have it. I'm gonna be very honest. I wasn't always, I didn't always respect. I was very much an insulter. I was, I would say even, an abuser as far as like criminally, but I think that God gave me the opportunity to change and gave me the opportunity to do the things that I needed to look to see and to overcome to be the man that I've become. But there's so much more to learn, and that's my path, bro. I will forever be a student because I think that we always can learn something new. We can always do something better every day, man. But thank you for your words, bro. Frank, will you teach me how to you manipulate your I do it mentally, bro. Hey Jay, I do it telepath. It's kinetic. So if I do this, runner's pug, like the runner's pug avatar goes and just fucks up their whole game on TikTok. Runners Plug, 4 floors, 100 employees per floor, not including me. Man, that's a lot of people, bro. That's a lot of people. I grew up in Huntington Park, Maywood. Okay, that's cool. I grew up in Van Nuys, bro. I grew up in Van Nuys, San Fernando Valley. Lived there almost my whole life, but I traveled all over. I used to have friends in Tunerville. I used to have friends in West LA over there by West Side Aslan. So I know, like, I used to travel. I had my girlfriend at the time. Her cousin was, so she had cousins from Blythe Street. She had cousins from Ghetto Boys, and I was all over the place. We'd go to, and then from San Isidro, I used to go to San Diego. Man, I was all over California, bro. Oh snap! That cool thought, Oxnard. You already used the schedule, right? When I worked the night shift, my lady brought me to the Black Cow Curtains. Yeah, yeah, that's important, bro. Like, to be able to sleep during the day, you need blackout curtains. You need an AC. You need to be able to eat with enough time so that you can just go to sleep, man, and not worry about it. Frank, I have about 233 subs. I will ask my subs to sub to you. Never did that before. Hey, man, look, bro. Thank you so much, bro. More than anything, bro, the subs that I need are people that I feel can rock with what I do. I want the subscribers that I have. Like, I'm not, I mean, eventually if my channel grows, I will be happy, right? But I want it to be somewhat organic like it's been so far, but I'm close to those 500. So that's the goal. That the goal is 500. I want it to be people that truly enjoy what I do. That's what I want. Now, if they want to subscribe and not watch my shit, fuck it, straight up. I won't be mad. It's like if someone were to offer me $20, I'll be like, "Hey, are you sure you can give me your $20? Yeah, go ahead. All right, I'll take it, shit." But I'm not gonna ask for it. Like like certain people we know. Bro, I ain't notification. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why you didn't get notified, Total Pounder. Maybe because I jumped on like secretly. This was a secret live. It came out of the blue, bro. I just decided to jump on and said, fuck it. I turned 48 on Tuesday. Damn, that's cool, bro. Hey, happy birthday to hey, say happy birthday, everybody, to Peaceful Sasquatch. You turned 48 on Tuesday. Hey, that's cool, bro. So you're 2 years younger than me, because I'll be 50 in November. But see, I'm gonna announce it like a week or 2 weeks ahead so we can celebrate it, like Johnny Ratas. We can celebrate my birthday every day for about a week. Yeah, happy birthday, Sasquatch. Happy birthday. The Hangman, you have a channel? Yeah, I guess he does. I'm subscribed to it, Hangman. I am subscribed to your channel. Thanks, Holmes. That's right. That's right. Happy birthday, Peaceful. Nice to know, man. Nice to know that we're getting up in age. 2 times. I was in El Salvador a few months ago. Oh, really? It was the most peaceful place I've ever been, and I'm Mexican, but my wife. Oh, okay. Hey, that's cool, bro. If you ever come down again, let me know. Maybe we could hook up, bro, so you can see that I'm not runner's plug. So you can see I'm actually human. All right. Yeah, happy birthday, Sasquatch. Hey, what's up, Imateo? Nice to see you, sister. Nice to see you. Sister from another mister. I'm over here just chilling, man, chopping it up with you guys. As a matter of fact, I did want to talk about a couple of things have been going down, but so far we'll keep it civil. Dubs keeps the blinds closed because he thinks Frank. Man, he blames me for everything, bro. Like, he seriously thinks that I'm like involved in everything. He's like my ninth grade principal. Like, ninth grade, when I was in ninth grade, just I'm gonna share this with you guys. Like, the last half of me in ninth grade, recess and lunch, I had to spend it in the principal's office. And I was the only guy, like the only student that graduated from junior high with straight A's, but I would have UU, like in unsatisfactory. So it was AUU, AUU, AU. I think I only had one like satisfactory. If you guys know like what the grading system was back in the day, or I don't know if how it is now, but back in the day, you had the A, B, C, D, and then you had F, right? And then you had excellent, which was like how you were, like you were either excellent, you were satisfactory or unsatisfactory. So I would have A, U. Why? Because sometimes I wouldn't be in class, but when I would go to class and there were tests, I would do it all. I would turn my homework in. I would just ditch class all the time. Yeah, hey, and that feed me. I'll subscribe. Yeah, hey, subscribe to each other's channels, man. That's what we gotta do. I think we're such a big community that we should be supporting each other. And if you guys have channels out there, put them up. Put them up, and we'll subscribe. No, I don't think there's nothing wrong with any of that. We should be able to help each other. I subscribed to Katie Frizzle even before Katie Frizzle was really like getting involved with us, just because she started getting involved. So if you guys have your channels out there, subscribe. Let's subscribe amongst each other. I think that, that's what everybody else does. Why not? Why shouldn't we do it? That's right. That's right. La vida de rancho es la mejor, my boy. Es hard work, though. La vida de rancho es difícil. Más si tienes granjas, si tienes animales, si tienes que darles de comer, tienes que limpiar los establos. It's gratifying work, but it's hard work, bro. It is hard work. That's right. That's right, Peaceful. The Pugs. Thanks, Pugster. That's right. What's this? Skylar Plex is losing sleep until... Man, I don't know. I'm not gonna read that out loud. I'm not gonna read that out loud. Happy birthday. That's right. Happy birthday. Lo, my ma Jay always making, yeah, man, he cracks me up. Jay's always got them one-liners. I remember Blockchain saying some funny things about a few of us. Yeah, look, man, as long as the trolls, like, they can come in here and they say what they want, and sometimes they're gonna say shit like this, and I'll be like, whatever. Like, the only time that I don't like it is when they get truly disrespectful, right? And they disrespect women, or they start like threatening and or just being stupid. Like, if you're gonna make a comment and it's stupid, like, I don't have to look at it, and I don't have to keep it up because you're just being stupid. Fuck that. That's right. That's right. Let me see. Looking wild, and that sticky pure boyfriend with your apple stuff. That's crazy, bro. I've never worn my cap like that, and to be honest, I don't like wearing caps. I think I really don't. Beanies is a different thing, but caps not so much. Caps I'm not too cool with. Beanies I'll sport a beanie if the time is right. Two times. My wife and I are the opposite. I was born in ES, and my wife's a Mexican descent. Took her and our kids here, and hey, that's cool, bro. Hey, I didn't know that, bro. Well, I kind of knew. You kind of told me, but I didn't know. I didn't remember. All right, so you're a paisano. Nice to meet you, bro. Nice to know that. As a matter of fact, I had pupusas for dinner tonight. you know. Jay Slaughter. That's right. That's right. 0.8. What's up, my friend? He has to buy gas for his boat. Does he have a boat? We need to find that out. Did he like rent that boat out, or did he buy it? What did he do? Blockchain is Googleplex. All right. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's right. Torta in the house. Skittles is about, yeah. I think he's the worst of the two. The only thing is that I was watching Dubs before I watched Gunner. And maybe I didn't really think about Gunner too much, because to me he was just a clown. Like, he was just too clownish. But now that I know like what he's capable of and what he's been doing, I would say he's the worst of the two. And I would dare say that he turned Joker out. You know what I mean? I think he turned him out. Probation Pig looks like an infant dressing. Yeah, look, I feel sorry for him. I do feel sorry for him. I want to be very honest. I feel sorry for him, but he called me out. He called me out for a one-on-one, and I already said, man, if you can fly down, I'll fucking arrange everything. I mean, we got boxing rings around here. We got gyms with boxing rings pretty close. I mean, we could set that up. Like, I'm not. A fade's a fade. A chipped teeth can get fixed at the dentist. A broken nose will eventually heal. A black eye, whatever it is, a fade's a fade. It's no big deal. You cannot like El Salvador, bro. Beautiful place. Yeah, You cannot like. You cannot not like. There's always bad in every. There's always good. There's always bad everywhere you go. That's all I gotta say. A sticky and don't ever change it. Yeah, don't ever change it, Slaughter. Let's say Vichotica. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Yeah, man. We're over here, bro. Just doing what we do. Doing what we do. I don't know how far down I haven't gotten, man. Makes sense. Let's see, Primo. That's right. I grew up in Santa Fe Springs. All right, cool. Like by the mall, bro. By the Santa Fe Springs swap meet or whatever it is. I see them people getting down every weekend over there, man. I'm a bot. Yeah, that's what they think, bro. They think that you and I, you know what I mean? Tuna fish, I grew up in Frogtown. All right, cool, cool, cool. That's right. Tuna. I can sleep in the daytime, no problem after smoking. Yeah, that does it. That pretty much does it. Hey, what's up, Big Juan? Nice to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while, bro, but nice to see you. Good to see you, bro. Stay up, man. Stay blessed. Stay doing your thing, man. Mr. Adnar, not me. Yeah, it depends. It depends. It depends the strand. Hey, what's up, Nico? Nothing but respects to you, man. Stay safe out there. Driving them highways and byways. Yeah, man. Stay safe. Very possible that the probation pick. Has, yeah, you might. You never know, man. What's up, Big Juan? That's right. Big Juan's in the house. Hangman, yeah, he confirmed it on one of his lives. Torta Pounder. Let's see. Oh, nice. Hangman, not too far away. Now I'm by Fullerton. I'm Orange County, but I'm Bell. All right, cool. I've been all over that. Have you guys ever been to Solvang? I used to go to when we were kids. I remember my parents used to take us to Solvang. I think that's towards Oxnard, if I'm not mistaken. Been working at okay, that's cool. I understand, bro. Hey man, but thanks for showing up, bro. Thanks for stopping by. I watch a channel called Montagraph, and from his chat we would do room raids. This is where we would take the chat to another chat that had less than 1,000. Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. That's right, that's right. Tika's my brother from another mother. Yeah, hey, Mag, my sister from another mister. Joker's got all oh man, you guys are funny. You guys are funny. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, what's up, 2 times Frank? If you could come back to the States, would you? Yes, bro, but maybe not to live. I would like to visit. I would like to meet all of you. I think that if we could all get together and have like a barbecue and get together, that would be cool. That would be cool as fuck. Just to meet you guys, shake your hands and get to know you guys, chop it up. That would be excellent. But as far as like living, bro, I don't know, man. Because I would need to. I would need to be able to live the way I do here, which, here it's my wife and my 2 kids, in the house. I work from home. I live comfortably. Everything is close. I make enough money to do what I want to do. So, if it's a situation where I can do that in the States, why not? Why not? I just wouldn't want to go and live with my parents or with my sisters, and have that situation where you're kind of like sharing a space. It's never cool. Like it's cool for about a week, 2 weeks, but after that you got to move on. That's right. Happy birthday, Sasquatch. Happy birthday. The Hangman, good to see you. Yeah, Neeks is here too. Frank, no comment is in itself. That's right. That's right. Look, what you choose to do and what you choose not to do is a decision, regardless. What you choose not to do is doing something. And I think people don't understand that in the end, right? At the end of the day, what you choose not to do is a decision to do just that. Your decision to do nothing is actually doing that, which is nothing. It is a decision. It is an action at the end of the day. What's all right, nice. Yeah. Shout out to everybody, man. Sasquatch. Glad you made it to the after party. Yeah, Max. What does winter begin down below, Tika? Well, winter is rainy, like it's so we're about to start the rainy season, which is hot. And that goes from like May to like around May, June, July to like around August, September. Then around October is when we start getting the winds. Those they're called los vientos de octubre. Like if you're from El Salvador, you're gonna and people are gonna say los vientos de octubre. That's like a nostalgic thing because everybody knows that in October you start getting the breeze, you start getting the wind, and that's when it starts cooling off. So winter isn't like winter, like cold, cold, but it does get cold to our standards to where people put on their little sweaters, little jackets and shit. But yeah, I mean, it's a good time because it's dry and it's cold. So it is a good time. That's right. That's right. Parque, I hope you feel well. G Slaughter, I wouldn't want to miss it, my friend. That's right. Primo, Hangman, Park, good to see you. Mag, after Skit, what? Let me see. After Skittle said it was curtains. Yeah, that's he got turned out all the way. Torta Pounder, thanks, Torta, Park, Mimi Ramirez. That's right. Hey, yeah. Hey, maje, ¿qué onda con un caldo de cuzuco? No me gusta el cuzuco. No me gusta el cuzuco. Prefiero una sopa de pata. Prefiero una sopa de res. Algo así. Pero cuzuco, I'm not a fan, bro. I'm not a fan of them wildlife meals. Hey, what's up, Sooners? Nice to see you, my brother. Nice to see you around, my friend. Let's see. Leonard's a clown like John Wayne Gacy. That's a bad clown though. That's a killer clown, my friend, and a lot of perverted shit. The party at the swap meet wasn't happening while I was growing up. Then yeah, I wouldn't mind going. See, if I can go back, to visit and whatever, I would like to go check it out because I think them people like to have fun. They seem to be getting down. I wouldn't mind, and I like to get my boogie on. I'll take Miss E Mateo to go dance with me at the swap meet. We're good friends. E Mateo, she's a good friend. Frank, if you ever need anything custom made, feel free to hit me up. Hey, thanks so much, my friend. I'm a pretty creative individual, bro. I draw. I know how to like sculpt things. Like I've always been into the art. But there have been moments in which I've wanted to reach out to you just to pry your brain, give you some ideas of something that I want to see. Maybe we could talk about it, bro. I'll hit you up definitely. That's right. That's right. Jimmy Sooners. Let's see. The P officer is confusing. He was all over Dubs and Gunner helmet before he had medical issues. Now that he's back, something. You know what it is, bro? Is that he wants to be hard. He wants, people don't respect law enforcement. Even law enforcement doesn't respect law enforcement. But the traction that you get like on YouTube is usually by being a badass or being a hard ass or being a troll or whatever. So I think he saw that, how this side of the YouTube equation got down, and he saw it more attractive, and he realized that being Barney Fife in real life isn't isn't gonna get him the views that he needs. He's not getting the views that he needs, I think. Un sopón de pata. That's right. That's right. That's right. Ticas, that would be so much fun. A bunch of us going to ES and K. Hey, man, yeah, I remember like my homeboy, rest in peace. He came down here. He got deported, and his wife moved down here. She's a friend of mine. Real good woman, man. I love my wife, and my wife is she's my ride or die. But after my wife, I have not met any other woman, and I'm sure you ladies are down, but I'm talking real life, like knowing real life, like living and coexisting. My homeboy's, rest in peace wife, she came down here. Like she's Chicana. Like she was born like third generation Chicana in California. And she came down to live with my homie and brought her kids down here. Like she's like, to me, I've never seen that. Like I've never seen that. But she worked for United, and I remember that she used to get like airfare like cheap, like, or she would like, hey, you know what? If you can travel tonight, I can get you on the plane for like half price. Yeah, it's always good to have that type of connection. Let's see. Yeah, Eastern eat time to go to El Salvador. Yeah, it would be cool. I would, we could chill, man. That's right. Jaime man, yeah, Leonard, piso, Leonard, piso. Puede ser que sí, no, no me sorprendería que lo hayan hecho, no me sorprendería por cómo se llevan, like how they get down, it's too crazy. But I just think that they know a lot about each other, like they know too much on each other. Like you see how they did high power fitness, right? They kind of, I think that they have shit on him, and I think Gunner only put out the shit like, look, I'm gonna put this out for you to realize that I'm gonna fuck with you if you keep fucking with me. That's what I think happened. And I think High Power Fitness says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna fuck with you. I'm just gonna stick to High Power Fitness, stick to my burpees, and fuck you guys. I think that's kind of what happened. I got the wisdom from Frank last night. I figured it was appropriate. Yeah. Hey, you know what? We got to bounce things off each other sometimes, man. That's right. That's right. He's got a whole new host of medical issues. STD cry is scared. Yeah, man. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Are you bringing Timo? Hey, listen, bro. You guys love beating a dead horse, don't you? You guys need new material. You guys are not very creative. You guys are not creative. You guys are like see, and that's why I laugh at you guys, because you guys really are not on well, I'm just gonna say my level, because we're talking about, you're on my channel right now. I'm gonna talk about me. But if we were to talk about all of the people that are in the chat that are part of the explosive movement, you guys aren't on our level. But just me alone, you guys can't fuck with me. Like straight up. You guys don't have it like me. And I give thanks to God every day for the skills that he bestows upon me. Like I was able to turn this YouTube shit around. My channel is so small and you guys are so obsessed with me, which tells me a lot. It speaks volumes. That's right, right. Frank, do you really think Joker's feeling the pressure? I think he is, but what the thing about Joker is that he's been dealing with this so long that he's got a certain poker face, but you can see through it, bro. Like you can see through it. Like he cannot hide his emotions. And that's why you saw him all humble today talking about Blue Devil. I don't know if you guys saw that video that he put out, like talking about Blue Devil. I saw a little bit of it, but he was humble as fuck. So I think that he's going through it. He just doesn't know which direction to go. Like seriously, he doesn't know which direction to go. Tikas, what's Kusuko? It's armadillo. Kusuko is an armadillo. So people actually eat armadillos. It's banned now. Here now you cannot eat like armadillo, at least not knowingly, right? Allegedly, people still eat it. Allegedly, it has been made illegal, but that armadillo is actually one of those dishes from down here. Iguana too. People eat iguana. That's right. That's right. Let me see. I saw gas 600 at the last month. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's getting crazy, bro. But they're taking advantage too. And see, that's why, I don't understand all of these Trumpsters. And I'm sorry if you're a Trumpster. I don't want to, mess with your sensibilities, but come on now. Come on. I mean, was this war really worth it? What's up with, Iran isn't doing shit to anybody. That's just Israel trying to do a major land grab and using the U.S. as their cover. They're using the U.S. They got so much shit on Donald Trump, man, that he can get blackmailed by Russia and Israel at the same time. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I think. That's right, Mateo. We can go to the mall and just, we can throw it down, cut a rug. Has a lot of account. Yeah, man, I don't understand it, bro. Like I have trouble like with emails. Like if I have 2, 3 more emails, like whenever I have a new job, they'll always give me like a new email. I'm like, fuck, man, another fucking email, man. I don't understand how these guys can have so many accounts. Imateo's already getting down. That's right. That's right. Let's see. I like your county jail shower car king tutorial on that. Was it? Is that real? I need to see that shit. You look exactly like you did live. Only let me see. You look exactly like my dad live. Only ever seen him in the photo. Oh, really? Hey, man. Um, thank you. Your dad was a handsome man. Nah, I get a lot of that. Like, I get people saying, "Man, you look like my cousin." Some people tell me, "Man, you look like my brother. You look like my older Theo, whatever." Like, I get a lot of that. I guess I have a very, I got a bunch of, what are they called? Um, what is it called when you have like someone else, dangle hopper? What is it? Dopper, or I forgot what it is. Yeah, dangle dopper, I guess. No, no, no. It's what is it? Someone that looks just like you. It's a doppelganger. Yeah, so I guess I got a bunch of doppelgangers out there, man. You know. Let me see. El man, yeah, fuck that fool, man. Lenny se chimó. Posiblemente sí se lo chimó. That's a face a lot of people see when they looked up into a tree. Hey, you know what's crazy is that you'll probably see a bat fly around here. Like, we've got bats down here, so sometimes they'll fly around. So if you see something fly around, it's not a bird. It's probably a bat. What's up, Mag? That's right. Mag's in the house. Mateo's in the house. Thank you so much. Look, cry again to give us more material. Do you understand what it was that got me that way? Do you understand though? Do you understand it? Because if you don't understand it, then you're just being stupid. See, what you guys need to understand is that I've actually, unlike fucking bloody fucking nalgas who claims to be a Christian, I've actually done pastoral work with young people, with couples, and I've seen and I've heard a lot of testimony of abuse, child abuse, abuse between partners, domestic violence, to where I've had to have these people crying on my shoulder and just breaking it down. So for me, those subjects are real. And for me to hear a man talk about how he was involved with young people, how he took showers with young men. If you do not feel that same rage that I felt, then I question who you are. You're a bitch. That's what you are. You're a weak fucking individual. You're a poor excuse of a man if you are a man. I don't know what the fuck you are. Now, if you don't understand that type of rage, if you don't understand how knotted my stomach got from hearing that shit, then you're just a piece of shit, man. You're a piece of shit. And I have no shame in demonstrating rage. And if that rage comes out in tears because of the impotence of not having those people in front of me, I don't give a fuck what you think, bro. I don't give a fuck. That's why that live is there. I have not deleted it. Like you guys delete your lives when you're over there incriminating people. You're over there incriminating and talking shit and talking about, oh, he pulled out a pistol. And then you got to delete that live because you guys are a bunch of bitches. You guys are bitches. You guys are a bunch of bitches. All of you. There's not one single one of you on that other side that can ever compare themselves to the man that I am. Straight up. That's right. That's right. Leonard saving. Look, your creativity is lame, but you don't have any, and you're over here. You have no creativity. What is it, Fernando ET? Wow, very creative, Fernando ET with an ET picture. You're so creative. Stupid. Joker going at Bubba was just a distraction. Yeah, because he went at Bubba because Bubba is a civilian. Bubba is a civilian, and he thinks that he can get at civilians a certain way, but civilians are lawyered up. you know, Civilians are lawyered up. So I don't know what John thinks. John is dumb that way. John is dumb that way. Un cusuquito, not even. Look, Frank, you gonna cry? Pendejos, pendejos, pendejos. That's right. Let me see. Skills and Joker are very easy to figure out. I feel like I have a PhD in psychology. Hey man, look, what I try to do is break it down, and with the video I put out today on fucking Skittles, what I wanted to do was break down his the way he scams people. And you could see it, like you could see how he scams people. Like if you watch that video, you can break it down and see exactly how he gets people to donate to his ass. He creates these false narratives. You look just like my primo Frank. See, there we go. I do. That's cool, man. Yeah, doppelganger. There you go. That's what I was talking about. The creases gobbled. Yeah, it is. Frank is my dangle dog. Let's see. If you see a bat, it's not Fernando. Don't panic. It's an illusion. That's right. That's right. A bat. Let's see. Yes, El Uneartha County Jail shower shark in tutorial given by Poodle. Wow. Really? All right. Well, I gotta check it out, man. If you can shoot the link or share the link, let me know, brother. The other thing is a word coined by Helga. Yeah, it is. That's true. A doppelganger. That's right. Yeah. I just didn't remember how to say it. Doppelganger. That's right. Yeah, I looked it up, so I saw it there. A tree is honestly a good tactical choice for a habitual shower. Hey, here in where I used to live when I first came down here, I was living with because my two older sisters, they're from a different dad, and he he died, he passed away because during COVID he passed away. But I lived with him for about a year, and he had a two-story house. The thing is that on the other side there was this young couple, and but what young I'm talking, he was around 25. His wife was around 24, and she used to shower like out in the open. Like she used to, and I remember I saw like all these like guys like when all these kids would like go up on the roof because they knew what time she would shower. I'm like, man, these guys are crazy. Yeah, so you know yeah, definitely I can see how a tree can help in that aspect. You think Strauss is going to stand behind him against Bubba? He forget. Yeah, I mean, I think you Mateo, we've seen like I I'd rather back Chill. I'd rather back Bubba. I'd rather back up Slugs, and anybody, that against these fools. Johnny only has his followers, and some of his followers are just delusional. Some of his followers are just delusional. Little did his mom know he planted a tree with the height and placement conductive of to maximum shower sharkage. Yeah, pretty much. He planted it in his preteens. Bro had aspiration. Dedication, dedication. L did a good job breaking down Joker's lame bit about Blue Devil. Yes, yes, yes. But where I think that there is a bit of not confusion, but like on the paperwork, the reasoning behind Joker's paperwork stating, the fact that he had debriefed and all of these things had more to do with him telling them like, hey, you guys are putting me in danger. Like every time that I come down here for this lawsuit that I have, like, the last time that I came down, you guys put me on a bus and you guys put me in danger. And then so, at I think that during this time he was juicing that position. He was juicing it to the maximum extent. And the reason why he mentioned the whole debriefing and everything was like, hey, you guys know this, but you guys are putting me in danger. Right. So for me, Joker was using that as an angle to try to like convince them that he truly needed to win that lawsuit. That's what it was. He did things. Yeah, I think he did a good job. He did break down the video, but as far as like the paperwork part, I think that it's a little. It has more to do with Joker trying to get leverage over these people by using his situation as a debriefer to say, hey, I'm a debriefer. You guys are putting me in danger. I could sue you for that shit too. And that's exactly what he was trying to do. Now, if you guys watched Joker's video, he said that he was given 20,000. I did a video, as a matter of fact, on that, and like about a month ago. I did a video on that. He had to give that money. Like, he lost that money. Like, there was a doctor that, she said, like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking pay you. Leave me out of this. Deal with them. I'm just gonna give you this money. But then Joker, he lost the case. He lost it. So when he lost it, he was forced to pay the legal fees. And he's like, wait, I don't have any money. I can't pay these legal fees. And they're like, yes, you can, because you were given a settlement by this person, by this doctor. So you can pay the legal fees out of that settlement. And he was like, no, no, no. But wait a minute. I need I need that money because I'm going to be paying for what he was trying to do, which was get out and parole, whatever. And they told him, you're going to get free legal representation. You really don't need that money. You got to pay everybody's legal fees. So he left a lot of that shit out. But I'll probably put that video up tomorrow of that, because it's called The Fraudulent Johnny Ratas. It's a video I put out about that particular case. And he lost that money. So a doctor said, you know what? I'm just going to give you the money. Leave me alone. Fuck it. I'm going to get out of this. And then he had to pay for legal fees, and he didn't want to pay. And they're like, no, but you got money. You got to pay. So, yeah, that's kind of what happened. He didn't keep all that money. Just so you guys know. Yes, that's what Ian John's law enforcement career. Is very passionate about it. To embrace being around. He read some of the county jail bathroom graffiti. It was inspired. Probably was. Let me see. Joker used it as So if you guys, as a matter of fact, let me see if I can put it up. As a matter of fact, let me check it out. Can I share? I'm gonna share a screen. Yeah, I'm gonna share a screen. Okay, let me look it up. Let me first look it up. I'm gonna go to that video. Okay, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. This video, I put it out. Here we go. The frivolous Johnny Ratas. Let me go ahead and start it from the beginning. I'm going to share it with you guys. Here we go. All right. Share. Let me go back. All right. Can you guys see it? Let me know if you guys can see it. I remember seeing that video. Yeah. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. Are you 5'2"? I'm 4'5", bro. I'm 4'5". What does that? You act like you're gonna be near me or something. I'm 4'5", bro. I'm 5'7". I'm a standard issue. Do you think he has nightmares where he sees his paperwork and people? Probably does, bro. Let me see. Jimmy, I think he does. They say we create our own world. All right, let me see. Okay, so you guys want to watch this? It's not a long video. As a matter of fact, let me see. It's only 3 minutes. No, let me see. I'll tell you how long it is. Yeah, it's only 3 minutes long. So let me share it with you guys. We can watch it together. And so this is the lawsuit that he had, and he lost it. He ended up losing it. And then the money that he talks about in the video that he did, where he talks about the lawsuit, he says, oh yeah, they gave me so much money, but he had to pay the legal fees. So let's go ahead and do that. Give me a second, and let me go ahead and play it.
Have you ever seen a fool with state clothes with holes in them? Have you ever seen a fucking dude in the building with no money and no food and state clothes with holes in them? That should have been the line.
Right, okay, but what they think for?
Had a dream of living wealthy, making it big over football.
right, so let me pause right here. So it says plaintiff John Daniel Villa Jr. brought the civil rights action under Section 8, 1983 against three physicians alleging deliberate indifference in violation of the Eighth Amendment in providing medical care and treatment to plaintiff while he was incarcerated at Pelican Bay State Prison. The matter went to trial and a jury verdict was rendered against the plaintiff. Costs were taxed in favor of the defendant. So he lost it. Plaintiff now moves to set aside the costs taxed against him. So what they said was, now you got to pay the legal fees. You lost, you got to pay it. For the reasons stated below, plaintiff's motion is denied. So what was denied? What was denied was that he said, I can't pay these legal fees because I don't have any money. And they're like, you got to pay. And they're like, well, and he was like, well, with what money, right? With what money am I going to pay? So we're going to check that out. So you right there, I just highlighted that it's against the plaintiff, that to set aside the cost tax against him, he had to set aside the money, right? Let me see if I can move it forward. Okay. So what was Joker's reason to not pay the legal cost of a case he lost, right? So that's what was called into question, right? What was his reasoning to not pay? We're going to look into that right now. Okay, so right here it says, plaintiff's argument regarding indigence. So indigence means you're broke. So remember, he had been saying all of this time that ET was broke, that ET didn't have money in jail, that ET was all that he said at the beginning. He had no money, had holes in his clothes, whatever. But here he's saying that he was indigent. What does indigent mean? We're going to get to that, right? So he basically did all that for nothing just to be pretty much. So look, so it says, although the plaintiff has, it says plaintiff's arguments regarding indigence and the possible chilling effect of assessing costs in the case are insufficient. That's what the court is saying. They're like, that's not sufficient. Like, what you're trying to say is insufficient to rebut the presumption in favor of awarding costs. So it's like, what you're saying is bullshit. You still got to pay. Although plaintiff has or will receive funds pursuant to a settlement with Dr. Swiney. See, that's the money that he talks about in the video that he just released, where he said that he got some money that they settled out of court. That was with Dr. Swiney. So Dr. Swine, kind of funny, huh? Swine, like a pig. Through his counsel, argues that he has significant expenses coming up, to which he would prefer to apply the funds. Here he's talking about his parole board and his parole hearing, that supposedly he's going to spend money on that. And it says these expenses are described as paying for some of his own cost in this case and for preparing for a parole hearing. So this was his argument, right? That he could not pay the legal costs of a case that he lost because he needed the money for this other process, which was for his parole hearing. And they're like, none of that matters. And we'll see why it doesn't matter. Indigent. What is indigence? I put the definition here. So indigence is a state of extreme poverty. So Johnny Ratas was saying that he could not pay because he was in extreme poverty. So all of that shit that he was talking about, ET not having clothes and all of that stuff was really him. Like what we've talked about, it was really him always projecting, right? Always projecting. He was always projecting. Hey, what's up, Helga? We're going over some stuff, right? And it's like, took my check, fetch away. That's why I put that song on. Yeah, so Helga watching one of Frank's OG's videos about Joker's lawsuit. Yeah, so Joker said, basically what Joker said was, I'm poor, I'm broke, I have no money, right? And how did we start this video off? With Joker talking about ET saying, "Oh, he has no money, he's got holes in his clothes, blah 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 blah." The jokes write themselves. Exactly, bro. Exactly. So here, Johnny Ratas basically said in his paperwork, going back to here, that it says plaintiff's arguments regarding indigence and the possible chilling effect. So basically, what he's saying is, oh, if you guys make me pay, it's gonna keep other people from going through these type of lawsuits. They're like, man, fuck all that. You lost the case. You got to pay for the legal fees. It is what it is. That's the law. And your argument is bullshit. And so he used indigence as his reason to not pay. And what is indigence? A state of extreme poverty. Okay, that's what he said. Now we're going to go to the second part. All right. So plaintiff's argument regarding it. Okay. So this is the same. Oh, this is the second part. Um, Plaintiff's arguments regarding indigence and the possible chilling effect of assessing costs in the case are insufficient to rebut the presumption in favor of awarding costs. Although the plaintiff, oh yeah, so paying for some, so this is repeated. I just wanted to show you guys that. And I outlined that that's the reason why he was doing it, right? Right? He was saying he was going to pay with that money in his own costs for the parole hearing. And this is what they tell him afterwards. Oh, so here's
I guarantee you, I wasn't broke. I ain't never been broke. Bitch.
Bitch. Bitch.
So here they tell him the defendant opposed the motion on the grounds that the plaintiff is not indigent and can pay the award using funds from the settlement with Dr. Swiney. Defendants believe this settlement is more than sufficient to cover the taxed costs. Furthermore, they agree to limit their recovery of cost to a levy of execution on the settlement proceeds alone. So they're even cutting them a break. They're like, all right, man, we're only going to charge you for this shit. We're not going to charge you for the whole thing. We only want you to pay for this. And it says defendants additionally contend that an award of costs to defendants would not chill valid claims because the Prison Litigation Reform Act establishes a payment scheme providing that any award of costs will be paid through a levy of 20% of the inmates' monthly assets above $10. So they're basically saying it's like, what we're asking you to pay is not going to break you. Like, based on what you're making, if you have a job, whatever job you had at that moment, which was a monthly asset of above $10, it's not going to break you. We're not over here to fucking make you poor. We just need you to pay. And you got a settlement, so you can pay from that settlement. You can't say that because you're going to pay for your court costs and all of that you cannot pay for the money that you have to pay because you lost a case. Then it says, lastly, defendants assert the plaintiff's civil rights claims were weak or frivolous. That's why I called it the frivolous Johnny Ratas. That's why I called that video that. Because his claims were weak. That is Johnny's constant. All of the things that you guys hear him say are weak and frivolous claims. His viewers eat it up. But those of us that can read this will understand that he's just. So here I just outlined that where the funds are going to come from, and then the fact that okay. Lastly, I just wanted to outline that.
Yeah, stay clothes with fucking holes in them. Well, hey, remember that crazy? Hey, crazy, remember when you used to walk around in the day room with fucking state clothing on and everybody else was fitted up? Remember that?
All right, so that's basically what it is. So as you guys can see, yeah, let me see. Let's see, literally everything he said about yeah, man. So, and that's exactly why we do this, And if you guys go, I've got a bunch of videos just outlining a bunch of the shit that contradicts himself. Like he's constantly talking about himself but projecting it on others. Yeah, Officer V is ignorant, everything else that runs with it. Pretty much. Let me go ahead and stop sharing this. Let me stop sharing. All right. John even failed at a civil lawsuit. Yeah, man. It's crazy. That's why to me it's funny that people don't see through that shit. They don't see that he's always been bullshitting. You know. Hi Helga. Hi Helga. Just because no one else wants any of them. So Officer Rio was rich for for all the 10 minutes. He was raining cookies. Pretty much. Pretty much. Hey, what's so good to see you guys? Good to see you. Love the camaraderie. I love you guys being able to talk to each other, say hi to each other. Helga, however, I don't see it lasting very much longer. Runner blames John for the whole Reiki debacle. Runner blames John. Yeah, well, I don't know. So, yeah. So, now if you take all of this into consideration, um, you know, that's what this lawsuit was about. So this shows that he lost that lawsuit. But it was this lawsuit where he said, "You guys are putting me in danger when I come down here by not providing me the security that I need." So he said that because he was trying to find leverage in order to win this case. He was like trying to make him feel guilty. Like, I'm over here trying to fight this case, and you guys are putting my life in danger by putting me on this bus and saying, "Hey, aren't you S and Y in front of all of these people? And these people, if they didn't harm me, it's because they're white guys. If they had been, Latinos, if they had been part of the crew, I would have gotten killed." That's basically what it came down to. Okay. Hi Helga, Byron lost. Man, the more that comes to light about him, just reflects more on his supporters. Yeah, yeah. But see, they don't see these things, right? Like these videos. I mean, this video didn't get too many views. Let me check. It only got 395 views. I put it out 2 months ago. That's why I said I was gonna do like throwback Thursdays and flashback Fridays, and I'm gonna put these videos out there so that you guys can go back and watch them, because there's a lot of facts. There's a lot of stuff out there that kind of gets skimmed through, but we've been putting facts out there. How well runner feels as if John's won in a minute, not denied. I don't know. So yeah. Let me see. Johnny Ratas is mental retarded is completely, yeah, he believes his own bullshit. Like he believes his own, like he thinks, like like the times that he's made threats, like, "Oh, I'm gonna get half of all your shit." Like, where did you see that? Like, where was that even a thing? Like, you're not gonna get half, or half of ET's business, half of ET's, like, where do you come up with this shit, Johnny? And that's why I always say, like, he does all of this shit in the court of public opinion, right? But he's not really about it. He's not really about it. Like I said, this fool needs to sue whoever gave him that paralegal certification. Pretty much. That fool's stupid. Frank, you got to do a short on runners perving out. I might. Hey, what's up, ET? Hey, ET's in the chat, man. Nice to see you, brother. We're over here breaking, like rehashing, refrying one of my old videos that had to do with what Johnny was talking about. So Johnny lost that case. He lost that case. He was forced to pay for the legal fees, and he was trying to say, "Oh, I can't pay for them because I got the parole hearing coming up," and they're like, "Man, we're gonna fucking help you with that shit. You still got to pay." So he did not come up. Like, he did not come up. He still had to pay them legal fees. Yeah, he was forced to do so by the court. Okay, so that's why I'm saying, like, the reason why Johnny Ratas put in his legal, in this particular case, the reason why Johnny Ratas brought up the whole thing about he was debriefing or whatever, because he was trying to use that as leverage to be like, "Okay, look, I'm trying to fight this thing righteously, but you guys are putting me in danger. Like, why are you putting me in danger? Is it because you want me to lose?" Like that was his argument. His argument was, you guys are putting me in danger as sort of as a deterrent for this case. But he ended up losing the case anyway. And then he had to pay for the legal fees. And when they told him, you got to pay the legal fees, then he said, no, I can't pay the legal fees because I'm indigent. What does indigent mean? I'm poor. I'm extremely poor. So all of that shit that he talks about, ET, like, oh, you have holes in your clothes. Oh, you remember when we were all fitted, but you weren't. That's him projecting. That's what happens when you refuse to wear the helmet outside your mouth to protect you. Pretty much. Pretty much. Shout out to ET, man. Shout out to ET. Let me see. What have these not done that even lied on Josh? Yeah, man. So, I'm kind of glad that came up, and I'm glad I was able to show you guys that because that's what it really comes down to. What it came down to was he was trying to get over. He was trying to get over on the system. Because he was locked up, he was already in the situation that he was in. He had already debriefed. He was using that debriefing to his advantage as leverage. He wasn't shying away from it. He wasn't acting or trying to act as though he hadn't debriefed. No, he was using that status to try to juice the state. That's what he was doing. So for him to see, oh, if you guys were never there, you guys would not know what's going on. Come on, man. It's clear as day. I mean, it's clear. It's right there, you know? Let me see. He used to play Cowboys and Indigents. Yeah, man. So, it is what it is. And that's why we also have to be very careful when we're explaining these things, right? We have to understand the background to what was going on. It wasn't just a matter of he said this or someone said it for him. No, he tried to use his status as a sort of way of saying, you guys are putting me in danger every time I come to court, and that's not cool. That's not fair. I'm gonna fuck you guys over because of this. And he still lost the case. The Slaughter, Johnny has always been addicted to cheese. Maybe he fell out of his tree without his helmet. That would explain it. Probably, bro. Probably. He done so much you can't expose him just once. You got to do it. Yeah, man. I see Chill, man. Like I said in my video yesterday, I see Chill come out and read the paperwork like he's reading it to 6-year-olds. It's like, come on, how can you not understand? Like, it's right there before your eyes exactly what he said. Like, that's a declaration. A declaration means this is what is the truth. I will go to court for this. Like, if you put me on the stand, I will testify that this is real. This is, I'm doing this under oath. And he signed that shit. So for Johnny to come out here and play the semantic games, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, he told more than once. And he ran with it. Like, he used it as leverage to try to get money out of the state. That's what he did. They don't even know the meaning of morals. That's right. Here we gotta show them sometimes, and that's why we don't let up. So I laugh because they some of these guys try to get at me because I didn't do life. Obviously, I was not a lifer. I didn't do 10 years. I did less than 5. But that doesn't, but anytime you go into prison, you run into all of these things. You understand the law. You understand what they're trying to use against you or what you have in favor. I mean, it's not that difficult. Like, you don't have to be a fucking legal scholar to know these things. If people don't want to understand, they let it. They what? Different. Yeah, it's being willingly obtuse. No, they know the truth, but they willingly act as though they can't see it, as though, they deny it mentally. But the truth is out there. Hell yeah, he told. The cheese is a vicious habit, especially when you start using it. This is a bust. Like cheese was whoosh, whoosh. Like a can, like that liquid cheese. So if go check that video out. It's called The Frivolous Johnny Ratas. Okay. And I put it out there because he was constantly attacking ET, talking about, oh, you were poor, you didn't have money, you were this, you were that, you didn't, you all you were was stay close. Like, motherfucker, you said you were indigent, which means you were more than poor. You were like penniless. Like, when you see people with the pockets out of their pants, that's indigent. That when your pockets are pulled out, they're like a veteran Fox News correspondent. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have any questions. I think I'm gonna crash. It is almost one. I'll probably be maybe 15 more minutes. Yeah. So yeah, it is important that we understand too. Like, we want to make sure that we understand why the paperwork is the way it is, right? And that paperwork that Chill spoke on, the one that we all are aware of, it has to do with this case that I just showed you that he ended up losing. But he was using that, his situation, his status, as leverage, because he was like, you guys are putting my life in danger. Every time I have to come and talk and fight for this case, you guys are putting my life in danger. That was like his other con. Like, that was his way of saying, like, trying to force the decision in his favor. Like, look, they're putting me in danger. Like, they don't want me to win this. Like, really trying to get me killed. That's where he was going with it. That's exactly where he was going with it. He had no shame. He had no problems using his status as a dropout in his favor. And that's his whole get down. Even to this day, that is his whole get down. Let me see. Jimmy will. Yeah, we'll continue. We'll continue. You ever think of doing a long document? Nah, what? It's not worth it, bro. I mean, the people that need convincing, it doesn't matter how many times you show it to them. You can print out the paperwork and give it to them. They're not. They're going to say, "Oh, this is the same paperwork that's been around for months." Yeah, and those of us that understand, we don't need any more convincing. We already know. You know what I mean? And I think there's more of us that understand it than there are those that don't understand it. So yeah, I don't think it's necessary. I cut the pockets out of my pants, so I always have an excuse for. Oh man, making well, yeah, yes, but it would have to be targeted at people that still believe him, because those of us that know it already, we'll watch it, but it's gonna be like, we already knew this. It's like I tell Chill, like I wrote to Chill the last time that he brought this up. I'm like, these are things that we already know. Unfortunately, his followers need to have it fucking, they need to be spoon fed this shit, man. He knows his supporters are easily gaslit. He doesn't need to actually dispute the facts, just enough. All he has to do is come out there, act like he's unbothered, act like if it's funny, like, look at these guys, ha ha ha, they're using the old paper. Like, that's all he has to do, and they'll be like, yeah, okay, all right, oh, okay, you sure? Okay, no, but are you sure? Okay, and then Johnny will be like, yeah, of course, and they'll believe that shit. John used to sell his jellies and apples to find the white. Kanye turn around. Pretty much preaching to the choir. Yeah. Other kind isn't the convention where Bambi and Leonard met. Probably. Yes, Frank, you're right. However, we're targeting newcomers, but but that's why we put out content. And I've always said that, and as there's videos of me saying that, where I'm telling Johnny, look, my content isn't for those of us that know. My content is for those people that will come looking. When Runner's Pug goes out there, when Local Bird, which I haven't seen in a while, the people that go into TikTok, into the chats, and they interact with the people that they're battling, that's what is going to get them to come into our channels and view it for themselves. So I mean, I think we're already doing it. We could do something like that. I just think that it's a lot of work to have the same results, is what I think. But you guys can prove me wrong, right? If you guys think that it would be it would be worth it, that a documentary in that fashion would work, I can put it together. I have no problem. Right, I remember him losing the case. Wasn't his medical condition? I don't know. I forget what it was, but it had to do with him not getting the medication. Like he wasn't getting the medication. He wasn't getting it on time. It was just. It wasn't. It wasn't a like. It was his case and his claims were considered frivolous. That's what we just saw. Like they were considered frivolous. Like there was no standing. There was nothing behind them. It was like a dog with no teeth. It seems like every time the same info comes out, there's a lot of people who weren't aware. So it's important to keep beating that drum. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna continue putting content out there, but like I said, like I just showed you guys a video that I did 2 months ago, and it only has 300 and something views, which to me is okay. But what I'm saying is that there are videos out there that haven't reached people the way they should. Dubs, what would I tell all my family, friends, and coworkers when they show me your paper? Exactly. John le gustan los hombres cheles. También los morenos. They just have to be young. I don't know if you've seen them perving out over like black dudes. Like I heard a rumor around somewhere about that too. He wasn't getting enough Flintstone violence. Yeah, that's what it was. I used to think it would be cool YouTube project, but yeah, it, it's not that it's a ton of work, bro, but it's repetitive. It's stuff that we've already said, and a lot of it is going to be that way. The only way that it would be different is if some way somehow his debriefing package was released. If there was a way for that debriefing package for him for us to be able to see in black and white what he said and who he threw under the bus, that would change everything. And that's what we that's what people can't get because it's sealed. Now, one thing that L did say, because I watched it a little bit, I jumped right in that part, and then afterwards I took my dog for a walk, where he said that if John were to sue Bubba, they would have to go through discovery, and in that process, in that lawsuit, some things would have to be unsealed, and that I agree with. I think that would definitely be Johnny's undoing, and that's why he will not pursue any legal action. Like he'll talk about it, he'll say it, he'll make it sound good, but he knows that the minute that he asks or that he tries to sue and discovery comes in, he'll lose the case and all his bullshit will be put out there for the world to see. So, I mean, I don't think John is the brightest guy in the world, but I do think that he has survived for as long as he has because he does have some survival instincts. And I think he'll be able to smell it out and be like, maybe I should back off and not truly engage in a lawsuit because that would be the end of him. Like all of his stuff would come out at that point. Let's see. He told his older white gentleman he wanted his. Yeah, I've heard. I don't know. He already had paperwork. He doesn't testify in court, but he did. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's not going to sue anyone, Helga. He can't because it would incriminate him. Like it would bring up his past, and his past is scandalous. He's got a scandalous past. Real instinct, rat instincts are. Hey, man, look, I remember, and I'm gonna finish with this. I'm gonna jam with this. If you guys have seen the movie Inglorious Bastards, the what's it called? The Quentin Tarantino movie, Inglorious Bastards. Like the beginning scene where the Germans show up at the French guy's house, and and he has three daughters, and you know how they under the floorboards they're hiding people. One of the things that he said, right, that the Nazi says is that, I think like a Jew. I think like a rat. He said, he said, I think like a rat. And if you think like a rat and you think of survival instincts in that way, then it's kind of easy to understand what movement someone will make, where they would hide, right? So I think that it is important to understand that Johnny's rat instincts, if we can call them that, is what's kept them alive all of this time. You know, that's. But I think that's is getting harder for him to escape it because there's so many of us putting out videos and doing so much and like constantly putting it in the forefront of everyone's eyes that this man debriefed. Yeah, so many times, rat instincts. Yeah, pretty much. All right, hey guys, it's been a pleasure. I think I'm gonna create a little thumbnail for this live. I'll see what I add to it, so it's not just a naked image of me in my yard. But I want to thank you guys for being a part of my live. I just jumped on at a whim. I wanted to just be out here, talk to you guys. And I'm kind of glad I did because I was able to share with you guys the video and explain to you guys a little bit more about that lawsuit, right? So go check it out. It's called The Frivolous Johnny Ratas. It's only a 3-minute video. But I think it does a good job of explaining, right, exactly what it is that Johnny's dealing with now. He's dealing with this shit. And I don't know if he's dealing with it well or if he's going to be able to continue dealing with it. But what I do know is that we're going to continue doing what we do. We are exposed to. Thank you guys so much. Ill mannered, everybody that joined me, Helga, Ms. Yaya, Mimi, everybody that was here. Too many to mention. ET jumped on, right? Came in and saw it out. Jay Slaughter, Torta Pounder, I believe, even Taco. Some of you guys have been here. Zero, Ill Mannered. Let's just keep doing what we do. I had Nibblers in here. Let me see. The Hangman Stranger as well. Mags. We had a pretty good number of people 2 times. Let's see. Jimmy, I don't know if I mentioned. Sooners. Big Juan. I already said the Hangman. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great evening. We'll continue tomorrow. Right. We'll see you in the lives with ET. I don't know if I'm gonna put a video out. I put out a lot of videos today. I put out a short and 2 videos. So everyone have a good night. Hey, good night, ET. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Good night, Helga. Zero, ill mannered, 0 point. Everyone that was here with me. Have a good night. We'll continue tomorrow. And until next time, peace.